astronomer, a professor, and a person who believed deeply in the mysteries of the universe. Her name was Maria Mitchell. Maria was born on August 1st, 1818 in Nantucket, Massachusetts. Nantucket is an island that is beautiful. Today it is filled with summer tourists and sunshine. When Maria was alive, however, it was a fishing village. Her father, William Mitchell, shared with his children his love of astronomy. He considered the study of astronomy to be evidence of God in the natural world. Maria loved the math involved with astronomy. She and her father became a team, studying the night sky. When she was older, she was able to attend school, a rarity for girls. She was a hardworking student. After leaving school, she started her own school, wanting to encourage others to keep learning. At this time in 1836, Maria was hired as a librarian for the Nantucket Athenaeum. She used her time at work to study languages and math and navigation. Her father and her continued to work on their home observatory studying the sky. On October 1st, 1847, something wondrous happened. Maria and her father discovered the comet Mitchell 1847 VI in the night sky and received worldwide recognition, including a job for Maria in mathematics. Getting a job in mathematics for a woman was unheard of, but through hard work, Maria had done it. Throughout her youth, Maria's family had attended the local Quaker meeting house. By her mid-20s, however, Maria was ready to distance herself from the congregation. She didn't believe the same puritanical discipline that they did. She began to attend the Unitarian churches in the area with the Transcendentalists like Bronson Alcott, Henry David Thoreau, Ralph Waldo Emerson, Lucy Stone, and Theodore Parker. She even was known to invite the Emerson family to her rooftop observatory to explore the mysteries of the universe. Maria continued her work in mathematics and astronomy. She was invited to become a professor at the new Vassar College. Vassar was the very first woman-only college run in the United States. This came, like most of Maria's professional successes, after a great delay and struggle. In 1865, she was finally appointed the very first female professor at Vassar College. Maria was a strong proponent of the women's rights movement. She was friends with other women suffragettes working for this cause, like Lucy Stone and Elizabeth Cady Stanton. She encouraged her students to think of themselves as professional women. She said, no matter what you are a power. Your influence is incalculable. Like most colleges at the time, Vassar had a college chapel. Maria disliked going to chapel because she thought it was boring, and once asked the college president to wrap up his prayer so she could go back to her study of Saturn. Baptist members of the Board of Trustees, however, did not like her and tried to get her fired from her position. One in particular called her a Theodore Parker Unitarian. It was meant as an insult. Maria, however, believing the teachings of the Bible and science did not conflict each other, was fine. She's quoted as saying, "Scientific investigations, pushed on and on, will reveal new ways in which God works and brings deeper revelations of the wholly unknown." Maria was the first woman elected to several scientific organizations, including the American Academy of Arts and Sciences, the American Association for the Advancement of Science, and the American Philosophical Society. She was also the founder and president of the American Association for the Advancement of Women. Maria died on June 28, 1889. During her funeral, Vassar President James Taylor said, "This genuineness of Maria explains also a marked feature of her religious experience. She would not use the language of faith often because it did not seem to her that she had clearly grasped the truths which came through faith. It would be a grave error, however, to infer from this that she was not a religious woman in a true sense. She was always a seeker of truth." Thank you, Maria Mitchell, for working so hard for expanding the advancement of women in science and spirituality.